Are what we've been telling you on the show for months, that Vladimir Putin and his agents, they orchestrated a bribery, kickback, money laundering, racketeering scheme, all in an attempt to get a foothold in America's uranium market. Now, this, of course, was all going on while Hillary Clinton and the Obama administration were signing off on that corrupt Uranium One deal. Yet nobody did anything to stop Putin and his plan. Now, there's so much important information that we need to explain tonight, and we're going to untangle this web of Clinton corruption and show you how all of it is connected. All right, let's start right up here with the Uranium One scandal. At the very center of this, we have, of course, Hillary Clinton. Now, in 2010, Clinton was serving as the Secretary of State. One of her responsibilities was, as the head of the Department of State, to serve on a committee of foreign investment in the United States. It's known as CFIUS. Now, it was made up of 9 officials from different departments in the federal government. They were tasked with reviewing foreign investments in U.S. companies and resources. One last point here. You see all of this. Now, remember, we don't have enough uranium in this country. We have to import uranium. Now, another notable Obama official that was serving on that board was the Attorney General. That's Eric Holder. And together, along with 7 other Obama officials, well, on this government board, they approved the sale of a company called Uranium One to a foreign nuclear energy company. Pay close attention here. Watch all of this begin to unfold. Now, Uranium One was a Canadian-based uranium mining company, and it controlled an estimated 20% of raw uranium in the United States. By the way, we don't have enough. We import it. In other words, 1/5 of America's supply of the foundational material used to make nuclear weapons, and we import it because we need it. And the company that Hillary Clinton, Eric Holder, and other Obama officials allowed to buy Uranium One. It's called Rosatom. That's a Russian state-run atomic energy conglomerate that's controlled by Vladimir Putin and the Russians. You know, the bad actors, the hostile regime. Now, to put this simply, then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and others, 9 total, approved a Russian takeover of 20% of America's uranium supply in 2010. Now, that's all while Vladimir Putin was becoming more and more hostile on the world stage. Why would anyone, let alone members of our government, think it's a good idea to let Putin control 20% of our uranium supplies when we don't have enough? It never made sense. It still doesn't make sense. It's not like America has a lot of uranium to begin with. Guess what? Hillary Clinton, Eric Holder, if you look at all of this up here, and the rest of the Obama administration, I argue, created a national security crisis. This is insanity. And then in 2010, during the very same time that the Uranium One deal was being reviewed by the government board, former President Bill Clinton, he sought approval from his own wife's State Department to meet in Moscow with high-ranking board members of this group, Rosatom, that controls all their energy there. The request was made while Bill Clinton prepared to give a $500,000 paid speech in Moscow, twice his usual speaking fee. The bank involved, by the way, had a financial interest in all of this, Uranium One, and it was called Renaissance Capital. And they have links to the Kremlin. And it was actively lobbying for the Russians to take over Uranium One. Now, ultimately, the speech took place, but meeting with Rosatom never happened. Instead, Bill Clinton just sat down with Vladimir Putin himself. Now, the last piece of this web of corruption is the Clinton Foundation. Now, between 2009 and 2013, the chairman of Uranium One used his family foundation to make millions of dollars in donations to the Clinton Foundation before and after Hillary approved the sale of the company to Putin and Russia. And that's not all. Other Uranium One investors, guess what? They also donated millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation. Now, where I come from, that sounds like a quid pro quo. That's what we call pay to play. Now,